I mean, just look here. We got bags and bags on top of bags on top of bags, trying to find parts to even pull any of the drawers out for the Sterilite or find anything in the Acro. It is just bursting at the seams. We got parts over there. We got parts inside of these drawers. Then we have parts here. Heck, we even have parts by our laser cutter. Now, the reason why is because we're going to be starting our own Lego city, but we don't have the base plates and all of the parts to just go ahead and start hammering away at that content. So that is coming down the line. But also on top of that, the Lego store pick-a-brick wall has been fire lately. And so we've been filling up box after box after box because those parts we will indeed be using. So over the last couple of weeks, we thought to ourselves, we need to solve this problem. And we've been looking at all the different style of like storages that are out there, and they just weren't checking the 3 boxes that we required until we found this. Now, we went to our local Target store and we were looking to see if there was any Lego on clearance. You know, us Lego people. And we decided to go ahead and look at the containers that they had, and we came across this. Now here's the information on the screen about what it is that we found at Target and what we decided to get. Now this was only 20 bucks. It does indeed look like a big plastic dresser drawer, but you know what? Hey, it's gonna work because of those things that we really, really wanted out of our next storage system. So here are the 3 things. Number 1, can you indeed see the parts without even opening the drawer? Because it's so deep and it's so big, we can 100% see the parts before even opening the drawer. It's just a visual thing. Perfect. We don't want to be opening drawer after drawer after drawer, and that's what we have to do right now with these smaller Sterilite drawers that we have. Now, number 2, do we have full access to the drawer? One of the main issues that we found with the Sterilite system is you have to move some of the containers out to get full access to the drawer, or you have to take the entire drawer out, and that becomes irritating after a while. So do we have access to the drawer? That box is also checked. Now the third and final box that we needed to be checked was, do we have the ability of having adjustable sizes when it comes to the containers that we are going to be making? Do we have that flexibility of going from, you know, something like a 1-inch container all the way up to a 7-inch container? And that's exactly what we can do in this new system. Now, the next thing that we need to do is to go ahead and then print out the grids for our actual drawers. Now, if you're not familiar with Gridfinity, it is a 3D printable grid system that you can basically change and adjust to any drawer of any size, of any kind. And that's what we like to use to organize our parts. It's just super simple. You can print the actual containers any size that you want. And so it's just really, really flexible like that. So now we need to go ahead and print out our grids. We feel with our math, and hopefully I can maths right, that we should be able to get an 11 by 8 grid system, which is quite a lot of space for parts. So let's go ahead and get those grids printed so we can see how they fit, and hopefully we can go ahead and start the next process of printing out the actual containers. As I was mentioning before, we are going to be using the Gridfinity system. So what does that require? Well, that requires 3D printers. Now here is 3D printer number 1 and then 3D printer number 2. Now, by the way, this is not a sponsored video by Bambu Labs, and we're not sponsored by Bambu Labs. We just like products that when we turn them on, they just simply work and they're consistent every single time. We're over here on the Bambu Studio PC app, and these are the grids that we're going to need to start printing. Now, like I said before, we're going to need a 6x5, a 5x5, a 3x5, and a 3x6. So let's go ahead and get these grids printed so we can check out that fitment into the drawer. Look at this full access to the drawer. This is exactly what we wanted compared to like the Sterilite systems where you just really don't get access to the back. Now what we did is we went ahead and printed a couple of containers just so we can show what that process is going to look like. And this is a 1x4 by 3.5 inches deep. All right, so we can go ahead and place that right there. Boom. Very simple, very easy. Now there is going to be a little bit of movement, but that doesn't really bother us. Now the next up is going to be a 2 by 3. It's so funny how this just sounds like Lego. Maybe that's one of the reasons why it kind of attracted us to this system. And that just, boom, right in here, right in place, no movement. Great. Then we went ahead and printed a small 1 by 2, and this is pretty deep, and it would fit a ton of these smaller parts, which is really cool. And you can really put it wherever you want on the grid system. It really doesn't matter. It just depends on where you want to go ahead and stack it. Heck, you can even do it sideways like this. So this is exactly what we wanted. Now, the only thing is we're just going to have to now print a bunch of containers and the grid systems and all of that to fill out the rest of the drawers. So let's go ahead and print some more of the 1x4s, and let's start moving some parts over. Now look at this, how gorgeous this is. It's effortless to get parts. If you want a container, because you're going to probably use a couple of these, you can grab a container and then just plop it right back in. You have access to the entire drawer and everything is organized. Oh, I'm loving this new system. Well, it looks like the decision that Michelle and I decided to make to get this new storage system is going to work out perfectly for our needs. But now it is the arduous task of us printing out all of the grids as well as all of the containers so we can get these Lego parts out of the bag, organized, and put into the storage system. Now it is going to be a lot of filament, so if there's any filament companies out there and you're wanting to go ahead and sponsor a project, well, here you go. It is time for us to get to work organizing all of this. So if you enjoyed the video, do us a favor and go down there and hit this video with a like. If you want to see more content like this when it comes to organizing Lego and just Lego overall, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell. It just notifies you when we drop new content. Let us know in the comment section below, how do you organize your parts? Do you have a system similar to this? Do you put them in containers? Do you just put them in bags? Let us know in that comment section below. While you're out there looking for Lego, looking for that perfect set for you, be safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.